guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss garlic farming. I'm here hanging out with the kids as I just give you play-by-play on how to be a successful garlic farmer. So hit that subscribe button, bell icon will say this farming strong. We're doing it together. Also stay hooked on videos on ginger and potatoes and so many other things, guys. My bucket list is long, but yeah, we are here having fun as we farm with passion. Hi everyone. Sorry, we are filming in my son's room because of many becauses, but mostly because farmers struggle. I guess I don't have an office yet. I plan to have one. Usually I go to rented spaces. Anyway, I don't have an office. I guess the farm is my office. But yeah, shooting today on garlic farming. I've been postponing this, so here is the video finally. Thank you for pushing me, guys. Aki garlic has caught up, so let me do this video and have you guys sorted. So garlic farming is one of my favorite forms of farming. You guys know I'm an urban farmer, so urban farming for me means that farming maximum profits in a limited space, and that's what I've realized about mushrooms. A very small planet will fetch you good enough money. Strawberries, same case. A high value crops compared to skumas. Like skumas for 40 shillings I'll shika like this. Farm gate we sell by kilo, so 1 kilo will be like this. For 100 shillings is like this, compared to a planet of mushroom or garlic. It's such a small portion for high amount of money, and that's what I look for. I don't just farm to farm because my biggest constraint is space. Yes, and so that's how I ended up falling in love with garlic, and I wanted to try out something on large scale, not where I am. So I leased property in Kitengela, Namanga Road, called a place called Keyeji. I leased 3 acres virgin land, set up everything just to do garlic farming. It's been going well, and we are also selling seedlings. So if you guys would like seedlings, hit us up. We have very good seedlings. The cloves really get big and they really have good flavor. We have not had any complaints of people who have planted it. But anyway, let me get into it. If you have seeds, this is how you go about planting your seedlings for garlic. So let's start from the beginning. What is garlic? Garlic is a white onion, but it's not really an onion because an onion has rings, but this one has cloves. So one bulb has cloves, and if you want to know if your garlic has a lot of cloves, you count the number of leaves. Like what you see on top of the ground, the leaves, every leaf goes down and become a clove. So the more leaves there are, the more cloves there are, and the bigger the bulb of your garlic. So that's a good thing. So remember, leaves are critical in garlic farming because they actually become the produce. Yes, so it's color white, usually imported. About 80-90% of garlic that is consumed in Kenya is imported from China, but slowly by slowly people are getting more into food that is kienyeji food or organic food, and mostly the garlic that is made locally is usually even more flavorful and has more medicinal benefits. So people are going towards and inquiring from the market, hauna ila kienyeji, and that means there is opportunity and markets for farmers who are local to be able to produce and sell their produce because it is in high demand. Yes, so there are 3 varieties of garlic kienyeji now. There is the white one, the one for China, and then there is the kienyeji one. It usually has a purplish kind of lure inside when you open the cloves, and if you split it up, you will find that there are usually 3 types. There is the hard neck, soft neck, and elephant neck. The soft neck is preferred because its duration of growing is shorter. There is some garlic that can even go for 7 months, 8 months into maturation. Leave that one. We are looking for the commercial one that takes 4 months, which is usually in our market right now. If you go and you find that your garlic in the middle of the cloves, it has a hard neck kind of stem where all the cloves are stemming from, that means it's a hard neck. and those ones usually don't have a long shelf life. Mostly they're from China. They don't have a long shelf life. Eventually they start either spoiling or growing. But the kienyeji one, it's really close up kabisa, and it doesn't have that middle part, and that means that it takes shorter time to grow, and it also has better preservation. Yes, so basically why people love garlic is because, one, it makes food tasty. You guys know when someone asks for 1 clove, you want to give them 15. If a recipe asks for 2 cloves, you're thinking, do they know it's 2 cloves or they want 2 bulbs? You know, like, garlic is the best. It makes food worth eating. And this is being, you know, coming from a Kikuyu background where food has a lot of soup. Garlic really saves our lives. Yes, so I appreciate garlic. I love garlic. My house help cooks skuma wiki with garlic. Everything garlic. We don't mind it. And it also has a lot of health benefits. The more you eat garlic, the more your body is able to have higher immunity, and it can also help in terms of chest issues, and I guess corona, because everything to do with your breathing system and everything, protecting you against that. I guess it sorts you out as well. But even my dad, who has diabetes and I think have blood pressure and heart diseases, he uses garlic, soaks it in honey. I've gotten a bulb of garlic from my kitchen just to demonstrate what I'm talking about. We can be going and going, and I've left people at the train station. And then this is a clove. So this is a garlic bulb. It has all these pieces. And how you know a kienyeji one, it has this kind of, I hope it's zooming. It has these shades of like purple on it. Yeah, very strong roots, by the way. You try to uproot this thing, it refuses. And then this is the clove. It's an individual one. You see, it smells very nice. Yeah. So when you're planting, do not remove the cover they have removed. You're supposed to stay in its own protected cover so that it's not damaged by anything and it doesn't lose moisture. Yes. So basically, this is a garlic bulb. So when planting, you should be very careful that you're planting this part as the root part. Like this is the root. This is where it's going to shoot. You know how I've been in nursery school, you are taught this is where the shoot comes from and the other one becomes a root. So this is the same way. So don't just plant haphazardly when you're planting on the ground. Ensure that this part goes at the bottom. It's planted standing, and it's very important that you train your people just before they are planting. Get them all together, tell them that, one, they have to do ideal spacing, because garlic people underestimate. They think, I don't know what happens to the brain. I made the same mistake of planting too close, and then now the bulb won't fatten because it doesn't have enough nutrients and enough space to just, you know, grow and become big. So remember that spacing can become an issue. So note that when you're training your planting ladies, and then remember to tell them to plant it upright. Most people don't plant it all the way. They'll say like plant it halfway, but after this thing absorbs water or moisture, it swells and then it starts to pop out on the ground. Then you find it the following day after 2 days lying on the ground like this, and you're like, where are those ladies? Kwa nini walinipandia mbegu vibaya? No. Sometimes it swells and it pops out. So me, I just like to cover everything. And so I ask them to dig a 2-inch hole if they're using their finger, if they're using their stick. So I get a stick that is for 1 foot long, which is a ruler. And I say half of it, so I will cut or something. Half of it is the spacing between one clove to another, right? That way they have enough spacing. And then 1 foot is between one row from another, one bed from another, right? Because you can put 3. I'm talking about irrigation. So when you're doing irrigation system, this one needs more spacing than onion. Onion, you can do it very tightly packed, like you can do 10 centimeter drips. This can work with 10 centimeters, but I think that's pushing it. I would be ideal with a 15-inch drip. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I am going to do a video on irrigation system, where to buy what, where to get what. Don't worry about that. But basically, this is what I mean in terms of planting your garlic. And then there is another challenge that comes up when planting garlic. It's called seed dormancy challenge. This is where you plant your seeds and you wait and you wait and you wait, and they're not coming out, and you wonder, hey, when I was sold bad seeds or something like that. Sometimes people are impatient and they don't wait for the clove, for the garlic to mature, and that means if it's not mature, it's like a teenage, so it's not ready to give birth again, so it will stay in the ground and stay and wasting your time and water. And about yes, so these are the samples that we're going to plant today. We are on this bed which has a drainage irrigation system already. So this is one bed that has 3 pipes, so you can plant 3 pipes. My drainage, why do I keep saying drainage? My irrigation already has drip holes which are 10 centimeters apart. Yeah, so this is 1 foot. So there are 3 holes in 1 foot. So which are okay. We'll just plant them according to where the water is. Yes, so we toanisha our cloves, but these are not ready. I'm just showing you how to do it. Moved them, we split them from the bulb, and this is what we've got. As they dry, most of the coverings will shed off, but because these ones are not too dry, they're just from my kitchen, that's why you find they're extremely covered. But if they're like this, it's okay. Do not get scared to plant it. Yeah, but basically, as I said, the part that the garlic sits on, that's the bottom part that will form the roots. So you just plant it in the ground like that. I like covering it completely, so I'm going to use a stick. 2 sticks. One is a foot long. A foot is 30 centimeters, the size of a ruler. Yeah, so this is what they are going to use to space them, space the beds when they are doing laying of the beds. So it should be like a foot long. I don't know. Anyway, so because this drip irrigation was already pre-done, but you should have the sticks for your workers to have an easier time with spacing. So a foot long in terms of the bed, and then half a foot, which is what we have here. This is how you should space between one seedling to another, and this is what you use to dunga as well, so that your holes are nice and deep. And you cover it completely. Always remember to put it on top. Cover it up. I hope you got it. Let me just do this one. Not too deep so that they don't struggle to come up, but just to cover it. Just to cover it. If it's too deep, it might not have access to water. Then that's also a challenge. Because drip irrigation, the water is limited. Bottom side, top side. You drill it in, cover it up. Take another one. Bottom, top, yeah, and you put it